He played in my face for years. Unblock him. Block him. Unblock him. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. We are on the road to 2K. If you are new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that post notification bell so y'all know when I post a new video. I'm gonna be doing a story time episode 2 of me stuck on stupid. Wait. So, once upon a time, when I was dating, I met this guy. We're gonna call him Tori. And he was a childhood friend. Now, y'all know y'all not supposed to date y'all childhood friends because y'all supposed to just be friends, like be cool. But to me, I was like, I could see dating someone like him because, mind you, when we were younger, we're totally different people. And when we get older, of course, we mature. Y'all, I knew this man since I was 16 years old. 16, 17 years old. And, you know, as we got older or whatever, we kept in contact on and off. Now, when I did get older with him, it was more like a situationship, a friend with benefits type of thing or whatever. It was nothing ever serious. Like, it was nothing ever serious between us. So I don't even know what I was thinking, like, for me to want to be with him. But I feel like because we grew up together, I feel like maybe he would, you know, treat me good or do me right. I was so wrong. So we're gonna fast forward to like we're older, like in our late 20s, early 20s or whatever. And he never said that he wanted to date me, but in the back of my mind, I was like, I want to date him. You know, I like him or whatever. But when a guy tells you or shows you, I'll say, that he does not want you, you need to believe him the first time. Like, literally believe him the first time. So, boom. I know one night we were in a club. I didn't know he was there or whatever. And I was there. I probably was dolo because I be rocking dolo. So I was dolo and I was vibing out in the club or whatever. And at the time, my best friend, we gonna call her Shelly, you know, I told her before I hit the club, I was like, yeah, I'm about to tell him how I feel. You know, I can't take this no more. I need to let him know how I feel. Because, like, I've known him for years and I've always liked him. And I know he always liked me too. So, boom, I see him in the club. You know, he's like, come outside so we can talk. He's a smoker. Ew. And so we went outside and we were talking or whatever. And basically, you know what I'm saying, I don't know why I decided to pour my feelings out to him. We in the club. Like, why do I feel like I need to pour my feelings out to him? But we were outside and nobody was around. So I felt that was the perfect time to tell him how I felt. So I told this man basically, you know, and it wasn't in the exact words that I said, but basically I told him that, you know, I like him and, you know, I always liked him and I just want to see where it's going to go. So I tell this man this, he outside smoking, he's smiling, he grinning. He was like, yeah, okay. What? Are you serious? Like, you just gonna say, yeah, okay? And that was pretty much that at that time. I was just like, I kept that in the back of my head for like years. And mind you, I would see him on and off in different places. But once we did start linking up and like spending time together, it wasn't the type of time that y'all would think it was. Like, he will always want to get me drunk, go to a bar and be like, can I come over and don't you want somebody to hold you? No, ninja, I don't. Like, what are you talking about? Why do you want to do all that? Like, at my dumb tail, like, I'm just like, I'm telling him no, but like after the club or the bar, he ends up here and we're just talking and chatting, watching movies and stuff like that. And it's just like, I'm doing the whole situationship and I don't want that. And I always told him that I want a relationship. And then it's crazy because I go back on my own word and I'm doing this situationship type stuff. Like, I don't even know what type time I was on. I really don't. Like, if I could tell my younger self, Ashley, wake up, stand up. Like, I was just so stuck on him. Like, I was really stuck on him. Don't get me wrong, he was fine and everything. Just everything that you could want as far as appearance wise. Now, as far as boyfriend wise or somebody no, not at all. Not at all. But I kept falling and slipping through the cracks. This man would text me. He could say these little sweet, these little sweet nicknames and everything. And I would just be like, boom, I'm going to see him today. Or I want to see him today. Because he would always be like, I want to see you. I want to see you. Never get dressed. I'm coming to pick you up. We about to go out to eat. Like, he never took me on a date. He only wanted to see me at night. And I already put that together. I should have already had put that together. But it wasn't clicking because I was so like, I feel like I was so in lust with him. I was so like infatuated with him and what I thought we could be. And it was none of that at all. It was none of that. It was all in my mind. Like, I know y'all been Delulu over somebody before. Like, I just can't believe it went on this long. And mind you, it was a cycle on and off for years. It went on and on. Block when we get in an argument. I'm not talking to you no more. I don't even want to see you no more. None of that. 2 weeks later, we unblocking each other and we're talking and we're seeing each other. Like, we're holding hands in public and we kissing and stuff, but we're not together. There's no title. We're not together at all. What are you doing, Ashley? You're doing everything that a couple would do, but he did not want me to be his girlfriend. And it was clear to me just by how he would act. We'll be chilling alone. Mind you, if you're chilling with someone, don't y'all have conversation? If you're chilling with someone, don't y'all have conversation? I would ask him questions. If I didn't ask him anything, we weren't talking. We were sitting there vibing. He would be doing his little smoke. I would do my little sipping. He would not converse with me, y'all. He would not have a conversation with me at all. He wouldn't. If I didn't ask, he wouldn't tell me. And you would think I would know him better. I didn't even know this man's favorite color. Like, I had to do a whole background check on him. I knew his birthday and his name. But other than that, I knew nothing about this man. And it's crazy. And I know y'all probably like, you knew nothing about him. Y'all grew up together. So what was y'all doing? Child, nothing. He was wasting my time and I was allowing him to waste my time. Like, I was letting him play in my face for years. Like I said, back and forth, the whole cycle. Him texting me unblocking him, us meeting up. Nothing going down, nothing happening, no progression or nothing. Until one particular night, he's talking about we at a bar and he want to toast. You know what his food want to toast to? He talking about let's toast to a relationship. I almost choked. Are you serious? Toast to a relationship? You can't even have a conversation with me. Like, I don't even know your likes and your dislikes. I don't even know what makes you mad, what makes you sad. When we did get in a conversation about that, his excuse was, I'm a man and I don't talk. I'm a man of few words. I don't talk a lot. But what I did find out is when men don't talk a lot, they don't want you to know nothing about them. They're not interested in you like that. He was not feeling me. I liked him more than he liked me. And I had to come to the realization, like, dang, he's playing in your face, Ashley, and you're allowing him to do it. Every time you answer his phone calls or his text, you're opening that door. Like, I was opening that door constantly. And I don't know if it's because I didn't want to be alone at that time, but it's just like, it was something about him that I wanted to be around him and his presence. And I feel like it was just nostalgic because I knew him growing up, but he was not the same person. He was real dry with me in conversation, even on text. Like, he would only text me for what he wanted. Like, I want to see you, we should go shoot pool and get a drink. It was never, he never took me out on a date. Now, y'all may say that was a date, but it was nothing intimate about it. Like, we were always surrounded by people. He never took us, like, on an actual date. Now, he did ask me to go to the movies, but he never asked me, like, I'm going to take you out to dinner or whatever. Like, basically court me. He never actually dated me. We always did the same thing. Now, I could have made suggestions, but it's like, I really wasn't myself around him. Like, I really couldn't be myself around him. And it's crazy because I could see myself with him, but I couldn't be myself around him. And he would always say that I'm tripping. He was like, you tripping, you worried about the wrong thing. Because every time he was around me, he wasn't talking with me, but he was always in his phone. Constantly in his phone, like, or whatever. And I never never looked over in his phone or anything like that. I gave him his privacy and his respect. But to me, it wasn't respectful to me because you're in your phone constantly And you're over here chilling with me, but we're not getting to know each other. We're not having conversation or nothing. I mean, we went to this bomb ass place. Like, it was a gazebo. It had like, this was in the summertime. We're sitting outside. It was late. It wasn't really a lot of people. It was like during a week. It was on a weekday or something like that. And we had a drink or whatever. And we were just chilling out there. He was smoking. I was sipping, you know. And at that time, I tried to spark a conversation. This man would not engage with me in conversation, but wanted to lock lips and rub on me. No, like, what are you doing? That's why I knew it was only that. Like, I had to end that cycle. Like, it took me a long time to get out of that cycle because, like I said, I was constantly answering this man's texts and his calls. It was like, and I was always available. Like, you never want to be available. I was so available. Like, you know how they be like, make a person wait or like don't return their call or their text back real quick. I was texting, I was calling, I was responding, like, you know, and I feel like I was in love with this guy. I can say that now that I look back on it. Like, I can say all this now because I'm older and I'm matured, but I feel like I really loved this man. Like, I really did. But he did not want me like I wanted him. He did not want a relationship. He wanted relations. Like, it was crazy because I remember being in the club so many times. This is my clubbing days. I was in the club and I would see women walk up to him and I like would ball my face up and look back at them. And in my head, I'm just like, Ashley, what are you doing? You're tripping because y'all are not together. And one girl, she was so excited, like, to say hi to me or whatever, because I know I look real mean or whatever. I was mean mugging her, like, what are you doing all in his face? And she was like, oh, hi, how you doing? And I was looking like, girl. But my friend, she had to tell me about myself or whatever. And I was like, dang, I was really doing all that? And she was like, yeah, girl, you was really, like, grilling her, like, giving her the third degree. And you know, that time I don't call scenes or nothing like that. I just look back at him, let him finish talking, and then he continued his conversation with me. Like, when we're out, he would have like bits and pieces of conversation with me or whatever. I remember I gave him a hug or whatever. I lied to you, and I gave him a hug. This man kind of like pushed me off of him. He was looking around like scoping the scenery, but he pushed me off of him. Like, all right, like, chill or whatever. That was the most embarrassing thing ever. Like, I don't even think I stayed that whole night at the club. I think I left because he hurt my feelings. Like, my feelings was hurt. Because, like, what are you talking about? Any other time you want to be all up on me because we out in public, you don't want to be all up on me? And I'm just like, wow, that's wild as hell. Like, that's wild as hell. Like, that's crazy. And for him to talk about something, I don't even got motion like that. I don't have motion. I'm like, you do though. And like, I'm watching you, like how you move and stuff. But I had to like chill out or whatever because I'm just like, Ashley, y'all not together. You can't be tripping like that. You know, can't be causing a scene or whatever. But I did leave that night. My feelings was hurt. And I never looked at him the same way. I didn't. I was more like, I put my wall all the way back up. You know what I'm saying? I was starting to be more distant with him. I still would see him and I still would talk to him and we still would hang out and stuff like that. But like after that happened, I was just like, dang, like I felt so embarrassed and I felt so stupid because mind you, a long time ago, I told him how I felt about him. He laughed that off. Then I'm trying to be like, not that I'm trying to be intimate in the club with him, but I was trying to give him a hug and he pushed me off of him. And I was like, dang, that was like real embarrassing. That was like, I'm not gonna say that was the last straw. Like, what was the last straw that I cut him off? I'm trying to think. The last straw was when he chilled with me one time. Mind you, I don't think we went to the club. We were hanging out or whatever. He had went out and bought me drinks or whatever. We're chilling like as always we do. And he came back to my spot or whatever. And he had got an emergency call and he jumped up out the bed and was like, yo, no, talking to his bro or whatever. And I'm just waking up like, what's going on? And like he rushing, like putting his clothes on and stuff like that to leave. In my head, I'm just like, I've seen so many like stuff online or whatever about these men. They be making up emergency calls just to get out of the situation. I'm thinking it's another, another female. Like, what's going on? And like he rushing and running down the stairs saying he got an emergency, he gotta go, I'm gonna call you, da da da. And I just let it go that night. But the next day it was just like coming to me like, was he telling me the truth or was he, I don't know. And that brought another thing to the light. I did not trust him, y'all. I didn't trust him at all. I didn't trust him as far as I could see him around the corner. Like, I didn't trust this man at all. But I wanted to be with him. But I didn't trust him. It's crazy. Like, I just like I said, I was so stuck, so sprung, wide open, whatever you want to call it. That was me. Like, that was me at that time. Like, I can't believe that I let myself get that deep into someone and they didn't care or give a damn about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look back like, dang, like, that's crazy. Like, how did I fall so hard for that person and they didn't care about me like that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, like, this story, it's like, it just, it woke me up. Like, Ashley, you know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't beg people to take you out, do this and that. If they want to, they will do it. Like, that's a motto that I stick by to this day. Like, if they wanted to, they would. Like, there's no, can you take me to the movies? Can you take me out? Can you take me to dinner? Can you give me flowers? Da da da. All that. It's none of that. Like, I'm not doing any of that. Like, I've always known my worth, but like, after this situation happened, I had to block him. I unblocked him. We talked a little bit and I told him how I felt. And I'm not talking about in a way that I want to be with him, how I felt, but I told him about himself basically. And he claimed he understood. And now we're kosher. We're kosher. Like, years later, we're kosher. Everything is cool. You know, he followed me on social media. Right now, I'm not on social media like Instagram and my Facebook. I had took a break from that just to, you know, give myself a peace of mind and go touch some grass. Y'all gotta make sure y'all touch some grass. Don't be all on social media constantly or whatever and have it consuming you, because it will consume your mind, and you can lose yourself in that as well. But yeah, y'all, that is the story time for this video. If y'all enjoyed this content, again, go ahead and press the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell so y'all know when I'm coming out with new content. And I will see y'all in the next video.